Alright, Crusaders, and I guess a couple of you wrestling fans out there tonight, welcome back to the Tuesday Night Special. And now it's time for us to talk about what happened during the famous Raw after WrestleMania edition of Monday Night Raw from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. And was the magic after WrestleMania still there? Was the ultimate question asked by the Maestro. And yes it was. Because the first match to take place after WrestleMania was over would be none other than Asuka going one-on-one against Liv Morgan. And during this match, action will go back and forth, including a surprising litany list of cool moves from Liv Morgan, including a outside of the ring Hurricane Rana that led to Asuka doing a roundhouse kick to the head of Liv Morgan during this match, and would even see Asuka hitting a tiger-like knee, not a tiger knee, Maestro, a tiger-like knee to the skull of Liv Morgan for a near fall, for Liv Morgan to counteract with a very beautiful springboard code breaker during this match. But ultimately, this match will come to an emphatic end when Liv Morgan, who tried to go for her unique version of a flatliner springboard style, would get caught up by Asuka in the Asuka lock, tried to reverse it into a pin for a near fall, only for Asuka to learn from Shayna Baszler from WrestleMania this past weekend, and then arm drag her, hooked the legs on, and grabbed the arm so she couldn't escape, for Liv Morgan to have no choice but to tap out in the center of the ring for Asuka to win this match on the Raw after WrestleMania. So, either way you look at it, folks, the performance of Liv Morgan proved to me that she really is getting better in the ring, which is good. So congratulations to Liv Morgan. Even though she lost, she still won against Natalya in the pre-show at WrestleMania this year. So she has that over Asuka. She at least won her match at Mania. And the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be none other than the Street Profits going one-on-one against Angel Garza and Austin Theory for a rematch, and I'll point that word out again, rematch for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And would their rematch opportunity go up in smoke? No pun intended to the Street Profits. Wait, according to the Maestro, pun definitely intended for them, because during this match, despite them getting their rematch, the Street Profits will be working like a well-oiled machine, not only pulling off a beautiful double flapjack and even a picture-perfect drop kick by Montez Ford during this match, only for Austin Theory and Angel Garza to respond back by neutralizing none other than the curse of greatness himself, Angelo Dawkins, with a kick to the ribs in the corner, and even working on the arms and legs of one Angelo Dawkins during this match. But unfortunately for Austin Theory, who tried to go for a super kick, he would get caught with an exploder suplex during this match, and that's when things would go immediately downhill. The second Montez Ford would get back into the action, because he would be able to pull off a high angle cross body, and trust me folks, it definitely was a really high in the air cross body that led Zelina Vega to try to stop the momentum of Montez Ford, with the exception that this time she would get caught in the act, for the referee to have no choice but to stop this match despite Angel Garza hitting a step-up enziguri to Montez Ford in the corner, for the Street Profits to retain their tag team championships via disqualification. And after that would go down almost similar to what happened last night, another post-match beatdown by Angel Garza, Austin Theory, and even Zelina Vega at ringside, leaving no choice but the NXT's EST to show up on Monday Night Raw, aka WWE, and would announce that she now is officially a part of the Monday Night Raw roster, and said that she is the fastest and she better get in this ring or else she's gonna get out there and catch her. And by her, meaning Zelina Vega, because the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be Bianca Belair going one-on-one against Zelina Vega. And during during this match, Zelina Vega with a couple of very impressive moves, including a crucifix into the ropes as a chokehold-like move. Seriously, that was a pretty cool move by Zelina Vega during this match, and would even keep it up by pulling off a beautiful dragon sleeper during this said contest. But then when action outside of the ring started to get too intense after Angel Garza tried to grab the legs of one Bianca Belair to stop her from winning, Montez Ford would come along, beat the living daylights, flag tag out of Angel Garza for Austin Theory to super kick him in the face, and then for a shoulder block from out of nowhere, straight from the NFL, hitting him out of his shoes for the referee to rule this match a disqualification. 2 disqualifications in one night. Where was that lead, folks? Right into a 6-man tag match between the Street Profits and Bianca Belair, going up against Angel Garza, Austin Theory, and Zelina Vega. And would there be a surefire winner during this match? Why, yes, it would. Because action during this match will go back and forth between the tag team champions and I guess the prodigies of one Zelina Vega. But once Zelina Vega got back inside the ring, none other than Bianca Belair would get her revenge for what happened to her during that match and decide to put Zelina Vega back in her place by not only hitting her with a nasty version of the Glam Slam into the corner, but also hitting her with the KOD, aka the Kiss of Death, to win this match for their team via pinfall. And after the match was over, she would celebrate alongside with the Street Profits, newly a part of Monday Night Raw. So at this point, folks, you gotta wonder, how long is it gonna be before the EST of NXT, now Monday Night Raw, will go after the man Becky Lynch? Because she basically cleaned house of the whole division, and with, I guess, the Queen of Spades now reeling after her loss, yeah, I got a feeling it's only a matter of time before she goes after Becky Lynch. And speaking of the Queen of Spades, folks, she would end up saying that from her agony, it'll be Becky Lynch's agony from her defeat the next time she gets in the ring with Becky Lynch. So it's only a matter of time before that matchup happens, and you gotta wonder, is she gonna be a part of the women's Money in the Bank ladder match? And if it's anything like she did in the Elimination Chamber, a lot of people are gonna get really hurt during that match. And now I'm thinking about Liv Morgan getting that swing attack onto a ladder and her getting a gash on the side of her head, and no. You know, I'm gonna stop thinking about that now, because now it's time for us to go into the next match of the night. And the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania would be none other than the newly acquired on Monday Night Raw, Apollo Crews, going one-on-one against Aleister Black. And during this match, action will go back and forth, including Apollo Crews doing a belly-to-belly suplex on the outside of the ring, and even doing a beautiful Asai moonsault to the outside, but Aleister Black trying to slow up the leader of the Uhaa Nation during this match by not only working on his legs with a series of kicks, but also doing a weird version of a leg takedown into a knee grapevine during this match. But this match will come to an end again after leader of the Uhaa Nation would not only get off a disgusting powerbomb counter off of Hurricane Rana for a near fall, but would also be able to stop Aleister Black with a career-ender suplex, basically a faceplant suplex from the top rope, to try to do another move, which was a crossbody of some type that would get countered into an after WrestleMania size tiger knee to the face of one Apollo Crews, and immediately after that would try to counter the Black Mass on one attempt, only for Aleister Black to counter it with a roll-up directly into the Black Mass regardless, for Aleister Black to make Apollo Crews fade to black via pinfall. And in a very impressive showing for one Apollo Crews. I can't wait to see what else he's got planned on the roster, and hopefully a championship in this man's future whenever he gets a chance to get it. Because, on SmackDown, despite it being the land of opportunity, I'm pretty sure he didn't get any opportunities at the Intercontinental or the WWE or Universal Championship when he was over there. Nope. Wish he did. And besides title opportunities that could be coming his way in the near future, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would see none other than the debuting Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch on Monday Night Raw, going one-on-one against the new tag team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. And yes, I do realize, Maestro, they've been teaming for a while now, but hey, the reset button for WWE was hit, so they're now a brand new tag team. How do you mean how that works? It's Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. That's how it works. It's a new season. But besides a new season, folks, during this match, action would go back and forth, including Cedric Alexander and none other than Ricochet working like a well-oiled machine, pulling off some very impressive tag team moves, and even countering a half and half suplex from Danny Burch during this match for Ricochet to land on his feet. And for one of the cool tag team moves for them to do, besides a step-up enziguri, a reverse atomic drop into an inverted suplex into a shooting star press from Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, they would be able to finish off the match with not only the back handspring enziguri that is now called the Neuralizer, for Cedric Alexander to dive outside of the ring toward Oney Lorcan, for Danny Burch to suffer the wrath of the detonation kick, aka the recoil, during this match, for the team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander to win this match in lightning fashion via pinfall. And I think they should call the name of their team the Ballroom Blitzkrieg. And if you're wondering where I got the name of that team name from, I do believe it's from an episode of Mucha Lucha. And yeah, there was a lot of lucha going on there, so I think it would work. Yeah, Ballroom Blitzkrieg. Might call them that from now on. And besides coming up with brand new tag team names, folks, the next thing to take place on Monday Night Raw, besides Kevin Owens saying that he's finally gonna move on to bigger and better things, and no matter what he does in the future, after beating Seth Rollins on the grand stage, he's going to make this the Kevin Owens show, only for a very angry Seth Rollins to go one-on-one against Denzel DeJournette. And hopefully I said his name right, but either way, during this match, it was a one-sided ass-kicking caught on tape, because Seth Rollins, who was already pissed off about his WrestleMania loss, would take it out on poor Denzel here, by not only a super kick to the face and just diving to him on the outside of the ring, and not to mention throwing him into the barricade as well, he would finally knock his lights right out with a blackout in the center of the ring for Seth Rollins to win this match in emphatic fashion via pinfall. And the fact that he was able to do this all without the help of his disciples, I got a feeling we're seeing a new Monday Night Messiah in Seth Rollins. That, or he's finally starting to go off the deep end, especially after Kevin Owens, who didn't quote-unquote fall in line, got one over on him on the grandest stage of them all. Yeah, I got a feeling the next couple of months is going to be real hell for everybody thanks to Kevin Owens. Well, if Seth Rollins has anything to say about it. And speaking of dominating performances, folks, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would see Deonna Purrazzo going one-on-one against the returning Nia Jax. The same Nia Jax that was working through a double ACL injury and decided to take time off to finally let her injury heal. And would it help her during this match? Well, if you can even call it a match, because Deonna Purrazzo, who tried to put up one hell of a fight, would find herself in the path of a runaway train in the form of not only 3 short arm clotheslines, a Samoan drop, and finally be the piece de resistance of sorts, a rampage by Nia Jax, for Nia Jax to win this match via pinfall. And for those who don't know, Nia Jax, good friends with Paige, got permission to use that move as her new finishing move. So the career of Paige continues through Nia Jax with her using the Rampage during her match. But I got a feeling she's gonna have to come up with a new name for it. What, the Samoan Rampage? Nah, that won't work. I got a feeling I'm gonna need a week to prepare to come up with a better name, and we'll get back to you on it. Anyway, besides coming up with new names for finishers, folks, the next match to take place on Monday Night Raw would be none other than Humberto Carrillo going one-on-one against Brendan Venick. And for those who don't know who this guy is, he is 6'5" and is very dangerous and is probably a disciple of what Samoa Joe would call in video game form the power game. And what do I mean about the power game, folks? Well, besides Humberto Carrillo pulling off very impressive lucha libre moves like a springboard arm drag and even a crossbody during this match, Brendan Venick during this match would just bring straight up nasty, ugly power during this match by doing a big boot to counter a suicide dive, a nasty elbow strike to the face of Humberto Carrillo, and even a power slam or a body slam that took place during this said match. But would that help him win this said contest? Unfortunately, no. Because after trying to charge after Humberto Carrillo in the corner, who would counter with not only a springboard dropkick and even a springboard crossbody, would pull off a beautiful SA Reels like moonsault to capture the 1-2-3 and win this match on the Raw after WrestleMania via pinfall. But I got high hopes and high spirits for Brendan Venick in the near future, and hopefully he does some form of bicycle kick. I don't know why, but I got a feeling that might be his finish. Or according to the Maestro, the possibility of him doing a disgusting powerbomb. I could go with either one. I really could. And the next thing to take place on Monday Night Raw, despite that match being the main event for the Raw after WrestleMania, would see none other than Drew McIntyre not even 23 minutes after winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania during that main event, not only thanking Paul Heyman for the fact that he just said, hey, you could just keep hitting him with F5s, he'll just keep getting back up, keep doing the same move, only for Drew McIntyre to fight through the pain and say that he just kept getting back up angrier and angrier after every F5 to fight to get this WWE Championship, for out of nowhere and strangely enough, the Big Show in ring gear to come out to fight against Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre would try to explain to the Big Show that no matter what he says tonight, he's not going to fight him. Only for the Big Show to resort to slapping the Scottish Terminator in the face, for Drew McIntyre to take off the belt, for the referee to just signal for the bell, and for this match to take place for the WWE Championship. Not even 23 minutes after he won it, he's fighting the Big Show for the title. And during this match, with Big Show not only doing his frying pan chop, the body slam that he's known for, and even throwing around Drew McIntyre like if he was a small child, Drew McIntyre would be able to fight back during this match with not only a body slam, but also would be able to try to go to the top rope to take out the big man, only to get captured with a choke slam for a near fall. And after that bit of a choke slam from the Big Show, next thing you know, Drew McIntyre, who found himself in trouble and almost at the fist end of a KO punch, would then be able to duck it, run off the ropes, and send Big Show straight to Claymore Country like he did Brock Lesnar, to pin him in the center of the ring just like he did Lesnar, to not only retain the WWE Championship, but to finally celebrate his victory at WrestleMania via pinfall. And That's how the night after WrestleMania would end, folks. Drew McIntyre, not even 23 minutes after winning the championship, successfully defending the championship, and now bringing Monday Night Raw into the Claymore era. The best line I got that I got a feeling they're most likely going to use during the next couple of Monday Night Raws to come. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with more Streetlight Delight as the Tuesday Night Special rolls on right after this. So don't fall asleep just yet, folks, and stay tuned.